All right, well, good morning. We're about a week and a half away from the GM Nationals, and I got a few things I got to do to this vehicle. So I just had the Ford truck getting a bed liner put in it today. So drove the rest of the way out here, picking this up, and drive it back, do those little detail things. So should be a fun drive. I've been letting this warm up for about 10 minutes now. And I will see how she goes on the trip down to Pittsburgh, get my list of stuff taken care of on here, get it ready for the show field. And there's a couple little things I want to get done to it, a couple little dings taken out of it, and I'll see if the paintless dent removal person can do that in early next week, late this week. So we shall see. I'm going to do one day of little things. I'll film all those, and you shall see this vehicle, not this weekend, but next weekend, the 21st, 22nd, at Carlisle Fairgrounds for the GM Nationals. So, all right, stay tuned. Okay, slight change in plans. It's a little warm out, so I got here eventful. This garage, let it cool down. Run some errands. My son has soccer practice tonight, so put this away, let it cool down, get this thing done. When it's a little bit cooler, so put this in here. Go ahead and adventure with this. GM for GM, not a bad thing. Okay, you've seen this is the original paint that was always protected. The original paint brought back to life. I have to do a little bit of work here cleaning this up. It's dry and everything, well, it's dirty. It needs cleaned. So I'm gonna hose this down. At the same time, I also have to clean this in here. So just gonna start on this, get working. Same thing here. And then I will go ahead and start doing a little bit of detail fun stuff with some just basically cleaner and a little horsehair brush. So I'm using this stuff, not sponsored. This wire horsehair brush, not sponsored. But what I'm doing is I'm going around, and I don't know if you can even see it, but it's really lifting up all of the contaminant, and it's going to clean up really nice. I'm not going to have to do much other than this, and then spray it off. I'll go through the whole trunk, and I'll also go through right here, because just that water there helped out, but get all that squared away. So you see how there's that dirt there? See? Now, it's funny, on tomorrow's agenda will be scrubbing this mat, pull it out, get my carpet cleaning stuff, scrubber, put the cleaner bit, the agitator on my drill, clean that up really lightly. It's not going to be major. And then clean that up, and it'll just look so much better. It's just little tiny details that you have in these things, and it'll clean up really nice. So let me do this. Basically all I did, you saw me spray. You can see it better here. Just gonna go through, agitate it through. It's a nice, takes away the friction of possibly scratching anything here. I'm just gonna lift that dirt and in here really nice. So you go through all this, you do all this, and then we'll rinse it and show you the difference. But it's gonna look close to the exterior and the underhood or under trunk as possible. So I'm gonna go through here any specific little spots, I'll go through and get. So hang on a second. Okay, this is a little more like it. I'll play around with that a little bit. That's where the rubber bump stop hits it right there. But you can go through, you're seeing that light chestnut metallic. You can go in there with a little bit more of a detail brush. But all the little dirt and everything, nothing major, but the car just turned 40. I mean, like almost like to the day. Pretty amazing. And this was all dirty. Now it's clean. And what I will be doing next is I will be going through and I'll be touching up, and I'll be doing that same procedure on all the door jambs underneath. That one piece was taken off. I'll reattach that. I got the clips, and I'll go through, and a gentleman from the alarm company that I use stopped by, check in, and never seen. He's like, "What is this soft fabric on this thing?" He says, "It's amazing." And I told him velour, and he probably thought I made up a word, because I don't think that really appears in the lexicon today. I don't know. Anyway, so I'll have to do that, go through, get all this, make sure everything's looking good. I'm going to also go through, spot clean the seats, the floors, and I have that brand new set of floor mats there. So I'm going to go through and get that, go through, detail the interior. Also reattach the rear view mirror and swap out the original stereo. So I have a few things to do in the next day or so. I want, this time tomorrow, I want this vehicle to be back in the garage out where all the other vehicles are. I still got to figure out my show plate. I might put the Pontiac Excitement one on until I can get another one. I think that'll work. It's Pontiac, it's excitement, it's strange, it's me. So just going through, got some progress made, and that's good. I was hoping to have a lot more done on this today, but other things came up which were much more important. Had to do some stuff with my son, and that's good. So I will resume tomorrow, and I'll just include it on one video. It's the show prep for this. Doesn't need a lot because underneath it's all been taken care of. The new exhaust, the new struts, tune up of the engine. It's not fully in there. There's not fully all the emissions equipment, but once you start this up, fire it up, it runs well. It is not a very fast car off the line, but once it gets up to speed, it runs well, knock on wood. So just want to get all those little things. I'm going to go through with my, you see what I'm doing there? Getting all that dirt out of the way. And I think I'm going to just do that. I was going to clay it, but I don't think I want to. I think what I'm going to do is get like a little terry cloth rub and or a towel, and go through with that nonsense cleaner and get that ready. And just, I want to get all the debris, because it'll look better when you get rid of the dirt that's on the high side, because that's where the paint was dirtier. This wasn't as bad, but it was still bad. Anyway, I'm going to start playing around with that. I need the light of the day tomorrow, so I will have it inside the garage so it's not in direct sunlight, but I can see it better and work some magic. It's stuff, well, if I can do this kind of stuff, anyone can do this kind of stuff, trust me. But it's the little details, and I knew I could do those and have it ready for, yeah. Here's the ironic thing. That is a nickname I've obtained. And I posted because I bought a Lego set that is Rapid Blue Stingray, and I was posing with it. And of course, I'm not wearing shorts. I don't always wear jorts, but I'm sure Batman's Bruce Wayne at times, for whatever that's worth. And anyway, but we'll definitely at the GM Nationals be properly attired. So, hang on. Okay, you don't have to take my word for it on this. Now you see that line there? It's more blendy, excuse me, into the light color. If you go over here, and I still haven't gotten through on there, I want you to see that's what I started with. That's what's around the car. So if I go through with my same stuff I've been using from Chemical Guys, not sponsored, and a terry cloth towel and some time and patience, you can make it a lot better. So I don't have the light right now to do it, but I will tomorrow. So I'm gonna rinse this all off, get all the soap off of it, and pull it in the garage and get ready for some fun tomorrow. It shouldn't take long. It's a lot of little things. So this part won't take long. I'll get it all cleaned up, get the rear view mirror in, start on the interior, and this will be ready. This will be ready for the show. Well, it's day 2 of these shenanigans. Welcome to the Mark of Excellence Garage, the GM. If you would have told me I would have had a new GM, I wouldn't have been surprised. I already had classic GMs my whole life. But it's kind of cool. Then there's Forerunner Acres and Little Ducky Repository Row there. But time to get working. I'm gonna pull this out. This thing is dirty. This thing's dirty as heck. Problem is, it's been raining every day. It looks like it might even, I don't know, rain, I don't know. But I gotta get this baby finished, back out to the garage, bring the red Celica down so I can clean it up in time for the rainstorm on Saturday when I'm gonna be there. So I just wanna make sure it is vacuumed and looks good and everything like that. But a couple more things to do today. So in the daylight, I'm gonna have to go over this again. So if you see like right there, that stuff, that needs to go away. And it's just, it was last night, it was too dark to really do it right. So I'll start with that. And then I'm gonna do the interior real quick and get any little spots or anything like that, put the new floor mats in, glue the rear view mirror in. Oh yeah, pop out the aftermarket radio if it's not a big flipping mess. Hopefully the person did it right when they took it out, I gotta say. And try to get that original radio back in there. So I'd be happy if it just lit up right now at this point. Anyway, I'm gonna get this done, get this back out to Jeanette and onward to more fun stuff. So let me move some cars around and I'm gonna get back on this. I'll keep it in the garage so it's under cover. Okay, just wanted to show you here. I just removed everything but this back panel, which I'll do. I just need to get like a small little screwdriver so I don't mar it up and unscrew these pieces. But those just are against this one retention clip and they fit in place here. I got a little water last night when I was spraying this out. It really couldn't be helped, but I'm gonna clean this up. And I just wanted to show you, I mean, this is crazy. When I first got this car, the curiosity got the better of me to see what it looked like in here. And I mean, my goodness, is it clean. Original Space Saver spare, original jack. I'm gonna remove those. I wanna clean this up while it's apart. Why not? Take a little more time, doesn't matter. But for any of you who won't get to see this when I'm there, oh, look at that lovely splice work from someone who put in different speakers in the back. I'd like to talk to you, I tell you. Anyway, but I mean, look at this. It's stunningly clean car. That's why I was so excited when I got this and why I wanted to do as much with this car as I could. Someone asked me how I got rid of spots. I don't know if there weren't really any spots underneath here or anything like that, but like under here, this was dirty. As you can see right now, it is clean as this is. This is a little more sheen to it, but this has really come very clean. And I'm gonna go through it again and try to get more of that stuff out of here. You can see like there's little tiny mars in the paint. At some point, someone had something stored on this car, and there's like a little faint shadow of, might have been a tire or whatever, but I'm not going to, I can't really do anything more with that. I want to keep original paint on this car. So anyway, just wanted to show you. So see, this needs cleaned a little bit, and here's the one side. See how this needs cleaned too. So I'm gonna go through, I'll clean this up, make it better so you can see how dirty that is there. I'll clean this off a little bit. And we're dealing with the same thing on the side here. I just want to make it look nicer. And it's so much easier to do it outside the car than inside. So I just have to get that out. I'll do a little quick show of what it looks like in there. And, you know, if you want to see what the trunk really looks like when you see this car, GM or wherever, you can just refer to this video, because I really don't want to tear this all apart. But it's so clean. And I'll go over this again while I'm at it. And I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna blast this first with water, make sure there's nothing leaking from anywhere. I don't think so. This rubber is really good right here. And so looks like we're pretty good, but you know, you always want to be sure. So I'm gonna do that, and hang on. Okay, so here we are. 4 places that you attach that in there. I put them back in the garage. Original seam sealer, original coating. I mean, wow. So what I'm gonna do now, and that is dark chestnut metallic, by the way. I'm gonna take the space saver out. I'm gonna take some pictures so I can get it back in the right way, because I'm an idiot, and clean this all up and get cranking on this. All right, I go down the rabbit hole, but I've just gone through and sprayed with this again, all under here. Use the little brush I have, and this is normally where I would get the steam cleaner out, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just hose it down. I've done the side right there and did all through the door jambs, everywhere you need, and I made a wonderful discovery, which you've already seen at the beginning of this video, because this is where I'm going to start it off. And this is Eleanor's car, and as you know, today is, well, this car is 1 week away from its 40th anniversary of being taken delivery by Miss Eleanor. I will say it, I know that Don Miller still exists, the company, and I am forever thankful that you did what you did with that thing. Hopefully you still do that. That is a really cool thing. So someone can go ahead and trace who was the original owner when it was done. That's so awesome. So anyway, I'm gonna do this and just spray this down. I'll spray underneath, get this, and then I want to get this a good washing and that. Then I'm going to pull it in the garage and start on the interior. Get the interior done, and then if the weather holds off, which it will, I'll take it out to Jeanette and bring myself back a red Celica with no AC. Oh joy. So anyway, this is good. This is this is why I do what I do with these cars. It's silly and everything, but those of us who kind of love these cars also would love to know what the story is. Not that we're like, you know, this was a famous person, anything like that, but it's a person who bought a car, took really good care of it, and I'd like to have that part as part of its existence. That's why you're not seeing the person's name or address. I wouldn't do that even. But if you're from that area and you know anything about this car, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to know a little bit about the person who bought it, because I know nothing about them. I can read some things on there, but I'd kind of like to know what your memories are of this car, if you have the memories of this car. Anyway, so I'm going to get back, do these last two doors, spray this off, wash it down, and get it inside. Okay, so here is, it's a little dirty. See, you're gonna have this in here. And most people will be like, so what? But I'm not most people. Anyway, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do inside here. I'm gonna do under the doors. They're pretty clean, but I want them cleaner. And get all this, get the little nooks down here. And again, this thing is just flipping crazy. So I'm gonna get that done. So my dad used to tell me that, you know, sometimes you don't, he was talking to me specifically, sometimes you have to appreciate what you have. And, you know, we're always in this battle to go do, maybe get something, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I got this like 3 years ago. And at the time, it was not what you see in front of you right now. And it's wet, and I know I gotta dry it, so don't yell at me. It's gonna be pulled in the garage here as soon as I'm done saying what popped into my mind. But this is a very special car to me. If you've seen these videos before, the light color and the interior and all that is a replica, duplicate, fill-in, call it what you will, of the car I learned to drive on, the car that I also had a wonderful introduction to the independence of being able to drive. And you sometimes don't appreciate that. Anyway, as you can see, it's getting ready for its close-up in the GM Nationals in next week, 21st, 22nd of June, 2025. If you're watching this in the future. Anyway, this car, there were two people I really need to thank about this car. One is Gabriel, who acquired this car, and I forget how he got it, but it was very happenstancy, and it was very much something that told him that it needed to be saved, even if it wasn't him. And luckily, I was the person who got it, because I couldn't believe I found anything close to the 85 that I had, or my dad had. And this thing is fully loaded. The second person I really have to thank is Jay, who works on all my old cars. I took him this car with a couple boxes of assorted parts and said, can you make it so? Here's my vision. I want to make it as brand new looking as I think it can, because that paint was very oxidized. And over the course of this winter, 24 into 25, over 5 months, whenever he had the time, he did, sourced a ton of stuff. It's got new exhaust, new struts, new tank straps. It looks beautiful underneath as it does on top. We cleaned up the engine bay. He cleaned it up. I just cleaned up the trunk. I still have to clean up a little bit more. If you go to my YouTube channel, you're going to see a very long video of this. And, well, there's a third person I need to thank, and that is the original owner of this car. This car is coming up on a major milestone birthday next week, and I'd forgotten her name because I kind of have a few different irons in the fire, and sometimes this is my original point, you don't appreciate, because I was too busy, and this went immediately into storage, and last fall was the time to do this. And then you sit in there and you think to yourself, what was I doing? And then you get a big old reminder. In the summer of 1985, I was 15 years old, and my dad and I were out on a trip, and I bought a Beach Boys tape, and we listened to that thing the whole way back on the stereo in that car, and gave me that love for all things like Beach Boys, Brian Wilson, all that. And I'm kind of thinking of that as I hear music going through my shuffle feed. But I want to thank Eleanor. That's her name. I won't give a last name or address or anything like that because she's long since left us. But I don't know her, never knew her personally, but I would imagine, even if this was not her pride and joy, I think it was. She kept it until her death, and the car was very well cared for. You know, and I think to myself, you got to be lucky, and sometimes things come together. And so the day before I leave for the GM Nationals, this car turns 40 years old. The delivery date was June 19th, 1985. And when I saw that, I froze. Earlier today, I've been out here working on this. And, you know, a lot of people say, hey, you have that, I understand. You have the 4Runner, I understand it. But what in the world about this? And you don't realize sometimes what people love about cars or what makes them interesting. Or, you know, I didn't know Eleanor, but it's kind of nice to know that her car is surviving. So if any of you knew Eleanor from Madison, Wisconsin, who had this car, contact me. I'd love to know a little bit more about your recollections of this car. But I do this because of the stories with the cars, preservation of the cars. Who in their right mind would preserve a car like this to this level? Well, me. And I think I'm in my right mind, but my mind's kind of in its own little place at times, and I like that. That's what makes this world interesting. So come out to the GM Nationals, take a look at this car, and say hello. And that's in Carlisle, Pennsylvania, the 21st, 22nd of June here in 2025. I gotta get dry into this, and check out my YouTube channel, Glass City Car Nerd on YouTube. I'm gonna have a really long video and going through what I did to this today, and I still got a lot to do. So thanks for watching. Okay, I've washed, detailed everything, vacuumed in there. I'm gonna do the carpet soon, but vacuumed up everything in here. And what you see, that is light chestnut metallic right there. That is not rust. Look at that light chestnut metallic. Wipe that down with a little bit of, that's fine. Anyway, so I just wiped down the Goodyear convenience spare. I don't even know what the date code is on this. I don't even know if there are date codes at this time. You wonder, yeah, you wipe down your space saver spare in your trunk. Maybe you have not ever watched my videos before, but yeah, why not have it all apart? May as well do it right? All right. So I'm gonna get this button back together. I just cleaned all the carpets up and used a Hoover carpet cleaner. Great ability. And then I scrubbed it with that scrub brush, some spot remover, some Chemical Guy spot remover. Did all this. I'm gonna reassemble all this stuff. Then I got a few spots in the carpet in there and a couple spots on the seat. And then I'm gonna put the new floor mats in it. And I have to put in the rearview mirror. I don't know if I'm gonna get to the radio today, but that's okay. I still have time. I still have a week. So I do want to get this back out to the garage in Jeanette today. I might wait till it gets a little cooler and a little more pleasant in a car that has no air conditioning. So I'm going to get this wrapped up. I'll show you the trunk all buttoned up here right after this.